Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, sim racing fans of all ages, welcome into tonight's Full Throttle Performance Sim Racing League. Coming at you live from the legendary paperclip. It's Martinsville Speedway. It's a little paperclip-shaped half-mile here in Ridgeway, Virginia, one of NASCAR's oldest and most iconic tracks. As we take a look at these playoff points here, I got the one, I got the only commentator joining me. Justin, how are you doing this wonderful, wonderful racing evening?
New lady folks and gentlemen, hope you are ready for another great night here at the paperclip known as Martinsville. Going to be some great racing action coming to you tonight. Appreciate the Full Throttle crew allowing us to come in and broadcast this. You know, I feel like this has become our second home here. You know, we got our bump and runs on Tuesdays, got our fine folks here, so excited for another action-packed night here in Martinsville.
It's going to be a fun one, and to break some good news, I do believe we have secured the Full Throttle Performance Sim Racing League for next season. Get a little take a look at these
guys.
Hey, appreciate it, everybody, and everybody that races, the league owners, and everyone down there in YouTube lands. We'll get to shut you out here in a few moments' time. We got to take a look at these point standings, though, because we're gonna cut them down from 8 drivers to 4 at the end of tonight. It's Susie in the point standings lead, McCarthy, Smil Jr., Joshua Gaiman 4th, Haight, Barr, Click, and Jeremy Zarfos rounding out the top 8. As we cut live to virtual trackside action, let's get those starting grid results here as these drivers are starting to move. Joshua Gaiman, how about it? He finished 7th from Talladega last week, slaps it on the pole with the 18.837. Joshua Susie, it's Joshua on that front row. Susie will start P2. Haight P3, Ken Baum Jr. P4, Carson Pittman in P5. 6, 7 belong to Tyler Massey and Kevin Click. Matthew Fitz takes P8.
So Kyler McCarthy 9th, David Smil Jr. 10th, Jimmy Barr 11th, Chris Lynn 12th, Chad Engel 13th, and Andrew May going to round out the 14th position.
All righty, Justin, what are we looking for here tonight as we take a brief look at the weather we're working with? It's a cool, calm, and collected 77 degrees. I think that's going to continue to drop here as we continue to work our way kind of towards sunset.
It's going to get cooled off. These tires going to come in, and everybody going to be able to really make some hay around through there. Now, if it's anything like we've seen last night, it's how well can you get off the corners. We seen a lot last night. The corners were not their friends, so it's going to be really interesting tonight. Who can take care of these tires and get this thing around through there? Make sure you hit your pit stops, and let's keep it clean and green.
Speaking of clean and green, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. Get up, stand up for your life. Don't you ever give up that fight, because tonight, especially tonight, it's going down from 8 drivers just to 4. Already contact there. Ken Baum Jr. gets shoved up the track. I believe that was contact with Carson Pittman. Single file from the race lead. It's now side by side for 3rd and 4th. Kevin Click is now going to look down the inside. Oh, no, we got one spinning.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Who done spun that baby around?
I believe that's the 32 of Chris Lynn, and that's a big saver for Caitlin Haight, who for some reason was on pit lane at the start of this race. Went down a lap, but she should get the lucky dog right off the bat.
I guess a good chip draw there.
Uh-oh, he's
I'm
beat.
her, He's beefed. Did we blow it up? I don't see the smoke coming out, so I don't know if we blew it up.
No, he's beached like a whale. I think he's like he's stuck there. Yeah, look at the teammate coming down. Oh, that's
what
Andrew
a guy!
May. Oh, nice work there.
Andrew almost gets stuck. Hilarious. That's what I was finna say. If Andrew got stuck and had to get some help, that'd have been hilarious.
Teamwork making the dream work, even for some short track racing here for those turn 2 terrible drivers. Let's take a look, see what happens there. Chris Lynn already going for a slip and slide. Justin, these tires are starting pretty much on 0 PSI, and then I think that's going to be a big contribution there. Then, well, there comes the beached whale. That sounded bad. The beached car.
There, the beach car. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it looks like he come in the corner a little hot, and when he got on the brakes, he had a lot of momentum, and it just kind of spun around to go on board with him here. Looking at it, not too early on the entry. Just like the tail end of it coming around, he did a good job there, not getting a whole lot of damage. Yeah, it ain't going to get it beached right there. Maybe a little damage right there on the back fender, but I don't think that'll tear it up too much.
And real quick, here comes Andrew May coming to help out his fellow Turn 2 Terribles driver here.
Oh, Chris put out the bat signal.
No, these drivers are talking to each other just about every single lap here. So you know that, especially these teammates, you saw the highlighted drivers up there in the timing and standings, as well as scrolling across the bottom. Once again, we're cutting it down from 8 to 4 tonight, and well, it's Turn 2 Terrible teammates who making some teamwork, making the dream work happen earlier on. Okay, let's re-rack them, restack them. Justin, we're 2 by 2 through this zoo of NASCAR Next Gen machines. It's still Joshua and Joshua still out up front.
Joshua and Joshua, so is they going to work into 3 and 4? Pace car are going to dive off the field, going to go into the hands of Joshua Susi. So here we go, going to roll around through here. Joshua Gaiman outside, Pittman in 4th, Kevin Click, Pittman in 3rd, Click in 4th. And away we go, back to racing action, making their way into turns 1 and 2 here. It looks like Pittman going to have the edge as they roll off the corner. Can he get clear of that 33? Yes, sir. Got to hope that 33 just abides his time right there. We're still way too early in this run to start slinging bumpers and just, hey, give the position up for now. Let's work on it. You know, maybe get in line and start working on it later on in this run.
How about David Spiel Jr.? He was really sending it deep down there into the inside line. He's going to get the spots here for now. This is going to be P8, 2 spots gained since the drop of the green flag. He's also got some the festive Halloween paint scheme right there. Rocking and rolling is that number 27 machine. Back up here to P3, Joshua Gaiman loses. Oh, he's going to try to make the outside line work from the concrete portion at Martinsville down this short stretch of just an 800 foot front stretch here. He's going to still be on the outside. He's going to continue to burn those right side tires up as well.
Yeah, you got to take care of the right side because they're going to get ate up at a heartbeat. Actually, you're going to go to turn and there ain't going to be no turn in it. So you got to take care of it. Maybe just let Pittman go ahead and get this. But nah, Gaiman's going to hang right there on the outside and not let him have it. Get him door quarter clear. But you got to start looking kind of in the mirror right there. Is Click going to start looking for the inside of that 33 machine? Maybe runs it in a little bit deeper. It's going to still keep Gaiman up on the outside right there. If you're Gaiman, you've got to get to the bottom. You can't let this train of cars behind you start get rolling or overshoot the corner. Here comes Ken Baum Jr. going to make it 3 wide down through there, coming off the corner.
3 wide here at Martinsville, and then it's for the moment Tyler Massey, but then he sent it way too deep through 3 and 4. He's going to have to compromise that exit. Here comes Joshua Gaiman back to try to get P5, but hey, Joshua Gaiman, sing it, Bob Siegel, falling like a rock right now as Joshua Susi is the Joshua to prevail, at least for the time being. David Spiel Jr., that's the driver that we talked about a few laps ago. He continues to work his way towards the front. He's got his Nitro Racing teammate right up there in front of him, that Kyler McCarthy machine. You know what time it is. got one spun around. That's the 4 of Carson Pittman who goes around.
Oh.
Right in front of the old McCarthy machine who we were hopping on board with. Doesn't look like Carson Pittman has too much damage. And before this, Justin Yamatator, we actually had Chris Lynn go around, I do believe it, but no caution came out. Let's see what happens here to the 32. Gets up in the marbles there. Spins it around. Nice job on race control on keeping things green there. And then here we'll
Yeah, you can't tell me that 3 on the side don't look like a 7.
It does too. I was thinking the exact same thing, Justin.
Well, that 4, he just here straight up. I mean, he drilled that baby.
I'm getting some Yamatator vu right now, some deja vu, because we saw that one once, twice, maybe even thrice last night in the Bump and Run Cup series. And this is off of 4 again.
Let's see here.
Okay. I'll help us out, sorry. Here we go again. And slow
Just
mo.
get out. Yeah, just getting off the corner too quick.
Still, we do have the 100% fuel here tonight rather than the 70% that we do run on Tuesday nights. We still have not had either any driver pit here except for Carson Pittman. He's still down in pit lane. It'd be interesting to see if he goes a lap down right here. So we take an excellent kind of aerial shot. Oh, he's going to barely just make it off the pit lane. Lights are still out on the iRacing safety pace car, so it looks like Carson Pittman will be able to catch the pack. Chris Lynn is shown, I believe, 1 lap down, still looking for his lucky doggy.
Well, while we got a second, you watch any baseball?
Are you about to do it? What was that, 18, 19 innings the other night?
That was crazy. I was just going to ask who we're going for.
Oh, well, man, I'll go Toronto, but I mean, I don't know if you caught that game the other night, Justin. That was crazy. But who you going for, as well as everybody down there in YouTube land?
Go in the YouTube chat. You got the Dodgers or you got the Blue Jays? Give me the Blue Jays, baby. I hate the Dodgers.
Hey, we're going with we're rooting for, I think, all of America going for Toronto here, except for LA. We got Terry.
$800 million contracts.
No kidding.
You know.
We got Terry. We got some. Hey, we got Ricardo Cano doing out. Ricardo, one of the biggest Damn Studio Network fans out there. He's joining us. He's ready for some green flag racing here at the Paperclip. It's Joshua Susi. It's Kevin Click out in that front row.
Away they go, and Click gonna miss the corner.
Whoa.
Oh, he missed it by a long shot going around through there. That's gonna open it up the door for Ken Baum Jr. Gonna slide in a second. He's going to have Joshua Gaming going to look to the inside right there. They're side by side as they come back into 1. Ken going to leave the door open just a little bit. That's going to give the 33 the advantage. They work their way off of turn number 2.
Hopping on board with Joshua Gaiman here as he looks down the inside of Ken Baum Jr. Ken Baum Jr. knocked out of the playoffs, but fastest driver in practice before the race. He's going to still look up top, not choosing to block that bottom line that Gaiman continues to find a little pace with as we have another spin. I think this one is the Carson Pittman machine, who's already down and onto pit lane. We'll get the
that 4 took
replay.
off. Yeah, let's take a look at this, baby. It is.
Oh, right behind Matthew. Oh my God. This is going to be. Oh, you got it, Justin. Sorry.
That's a toe and a half right there.
Watch the hands here. This is going to be wild. Locked up on him and just. Okay, corner before. That's a good corner. And then this is going to be death corner here going in 3 and 4. Oh, gosh, dang it. Excuse me. That was on board with Kevin Click. Here we'll hop on board with Carson Pittman.
All right, we're locked in here. just come around on him. He had a great run going off into the corner right there, and it just locked up on him. Next thing you know, I mean, you're just kind of a bystander at that point.
That's just such an interesting looking wreck there. I mean, like you said, Justin, he got way deep into the corner, but man, just back end came around on him. I think the front's locked up on him there. We're going to re-rack him, restack him. Third caution so far. If you're just now joining us, well, first of all, hey, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. We got 140 laps tonight. We got to look at a race recap. We've already put down 24 laps out of those 140. Leader's still been Joshua Susi after taking away the lead from our other Joshua. That's Joshua Gaiman. Joshua Gaiman from the back to the front, to the back. He's now going to start P3 in the 33. We've had 3 cautions for 11. It's about to be 12 laps. Justin, who are you rooting for? Is everybody down there in YouTube land? Let us know who you're rooting for, or maybe who you think's going to get it done tonight.
Oh, way to put me on the spot, man.
It's early on too.
Yeah, it's very early on in this race. I think right now you got to go with the hot hand. That's Susi. He's led most of this race so far up front. He's been the man. You know, we're still early on. We still got at least one stop here tonight. I think I should be right if my math be mathing and my projector be projected. And my calculator doing the calculations correctly. So one stop. Man, Susi has had the speed up front in that 81 machine, so I think that's going to be your candidate right now.
Carey's rooting on some McCarthy as well as some Fitz. Terry's rooting on some feet. Here we go. Green flag is out once again. It's Susi. He's going to continue to kind of pull away from the race restart zone. It's going to be Ken Baum Jr. He's still stuck up top. Joshua Gaiman's now put down into the inside line. Oh no, Kyler McCarthy gets spun. What? There's no damage. What did we just witness? Have you ever?
I do not be having it or ever.
Oh, well, that's why he kind of used Caitlin Hayes as a little airbag there. No contact with the outside wall. Caitlin Hayes maybe a little bit of a scritch and scratch on the Ray-Ban Chevrolet Camaro. But, hey, that, like you like to say, Justin, could have been a big one.
Yeah, I think that 11 ain't going to be able to sell for retail value anymore with that scratch on the back of it.
Let's slow and woe it down here. 1 and 2. Kyler McCarthy, Nitro Racing Setup Shop. Machine up there. He's up top, and then I think it's through 3 and 4. Here comes the slow ball. Oh. That'll break it down now. Looks like contact with the 25 of Kevin Click, who sends Kyler McCarthy up sliding into an unsuspecting Caitlin Haight. Look at the marbles up there, too.
Yeah, Caitlin's just kind of a person that was in the way at the wrong time. She just kind of got used, and that's going to damage that 11 up pretty good there, looking at it. Wipe the shiny off of it. That's on board here. It's a wonder. If Caitlin's not there, that car got significant right side damage if you're the 24. So he's lucky it's not a lot worse. And I mean, that 25 had a run going into that corner, but let's see. McCarthy going to get down, kind of throw the block there. And, yeah, I'm not going to say it was our favorite word to say on this channel. But it could be. It could be. It's a candidate.
Here's going to be our best angle of it here, I believe.
Let's see. All right. Everybody put your goggles on. Put your glasses on.
Uh-oh, I think they're waiting for us. All right. Sorry. Every time I cut right back and I see the 2 wide, I feel sorry, boys and girls.
It's okay.
All right.
We listen and we don't judge.
We're just breaking it down now for the racing fans. Real quick, while we have a brief moment, CFL YouTube land. You got this feat. It's still early, says both Terry and Carey. They were having some fun up there in some Fort Worth here over the weekend as we get ready to go double file back through the race restart zone. It's green flag racing here tonight from Martinsville Speedway. Once again, it's a huge checkup. The number 27 with huge damage. Fitz gets involved.
Oh!
We're still
Fitz gonna
green.
get involved there. We're still green. Boy, that could have been a lot worse right there. That was a stack of and a half. This top three, you're going to get nose to tail. Susie going to have a whole lot of rear view mirror of Ken Bond Jr. But here comes that 33 machine. He's going to have the inside line as they work their way off of turn number 2.
Ken Bond Jr. still trying to get that second position, doing everything that he can. Still fighting on that outside line. It looks like he's finally going to clear. No, I would be fired as a spotter there. Joshua Gaiman still looks down the inside line with the send of a century. They're keeping it all clean, calm, and cordial. I don't know about calm, though, but it's clean. Kevin Click running there right behind them. P4, Tyler Massey, and Caitlin Haight starting to join the picture as well. Hopping on board with Caitlin Haight on that last incident. It looks like that damage kind of auto fixed itself there right afterwards. Happens sometimes in the iRacing universe. Joshua Gaiman doing everything he can to keep this inside line moving and grooving.
Caitlin, it's a wonder it didn't, knock a toe link out of that number 11 hot rod. We're still looking right here. This battle between Ken Baum and Josh Gaiman has not checked up at all. Susie is trying to make the move, but man, these really front four right here, kind of nose to tail. They've got to put a little bit of maybe a car and a half between fifth buddies Tyler Massey. This front, really three, you can kind of put a blanket over them. Then there's about a car and a half back to fourth of Kevin Click and another car and a half back to Tyler Massey. They have just not checked up.
Hayes running in that sixth position. Brake rotor starting to glow as we're getting a little bit more laps here underneath us under this green flag run. Man, how about Jimmy Barn? That's a turn 2 Terrible's Dark Horse Ford Mustang. Number 12 is having a pretty good run here tonight. He started in, we got a barbecue brewing down there in, I think, pit lane without us. It looks like I think they're going to still run green. Back to Jimmy Barr real quick, though. After starting in the 10th position, he works his way up to 7th. He's our biggest mover on the track so far, getting 4 spots.
Jimmy's got some work to do trying to run down that 11 machine of Caitlin Haight. He's got Kyler McCarthy sitting behind him.
Here's our barbecue.
He went kaplunk. Oh, man, that 35 turned around quick.
Custom offsets machine of Chad Engel.
Yeah, he towed and got out of there quick. Help me, Tom Cruise, I'm on fire.
Oh no, Joshua Susie spins from the race lead. Contact with the outside wall. Ken Baum Jr. to the front.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Look at those brake rotors. Oh my. 81's got to settle down there. Just hit you hard, Susie. Get back into it.
What happened?
Still got 100 laps. I mean, you still got 98 laps to go here. And a pit stop. Let's get a rebound in here. Let's see if we can go back and look at this. Did we just... Oh, yeah. Full send it in there a little too hard. Didn't hit the wall too much. Maybe just knocked the nitro off the side of it.
Okay, we got to see just normally...
Look at the driving job right there. Look at the footwork.
Listen in here as well.
It's almost like he downshifted just a little bit too early.
That's what you're reading my mind. Great call there, Yamatator. It's like one more. Oh, no, we're under yellow flag right now. We have another incident that just occurred out here on track. I'm looking out here below us underneath the virtual booth. I'm not seeing who caused this yellow. Oh, Andrew Mace spins it hard into the barrels there, and then the caution gets thrown for the spinning number 22 one of two Toyota Camrys out here on a track. The other Toyota Camry up there leading of Ken Baum Jr. What happened? Oh boy. All right. We're going to have to get the old forklift.
All right, do we overshoot it just a little bit? Overshot it a little bit. Get on the gas, try to get it settled around through here. Takes out the poor pit cone. It was not ready for that. Man had a wife and kids at home, Andrew. Come on.
Oh. Well, this is going to open some strategy calls here. Andrew May, Tyler Massey, Joshua Susi, David Smeal Jr., Matthew Fitz are all down here in the virtual pit lane getting some repairs done here really briefly. Ken Baum Jr. still up to the front, as well as Joshua Gaiman, Kevin Click, P3, Caitlin Haight, P4, Jimmy Barr up in the top 5. That top 5 still have yet to pit. Kyler McCarthy pit lap 28, so kind of halfway through this strategy call now that we have the rest of the field pitting. We're going to get them re-racked and restacked while we have just a brief moment. Let's thank those sponsors and affiliates up there in the old top right. Of course, Turn 2 Terribles, Jeremy Zarfos Photography, Nitro Racing, Cotton Bowl Speedway just outside of Austin, Texas. You're watching the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Series, Race to Stop Suicide, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Ladies, make sure you're getting everything checked out here. All right, what are we going to have to look for on this race restart here, commentator?
Who's going to blow through the corner? Who's going to forget that the middle pedal's the brakes and hit the left side? Sean, do you follow a lot of dirt stuff?
Oh, you know it.
So, obviously, you may know this, and the people down there in the chat may know this, but did you know that Scott Bloomquist drove with his brake on the outside and his clutch in the middle?
No.
You know who Scott Bloomquist is?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You're better than most.
I get a 50 on that one.
Yeah. We'll come back to that. So they're back running again, getting it settled out here. Don't look now, but here comes that 11 machiner, Caitlin Haight. Oh, and she, Chris Lynn, about bottomed up there. Don't keep an eye on that 81. I'll be interested to see how quick he's going to try to make this get to the front, imminent, or if he's going to try to just take his time and slowly pick everybody off.
Yeah, man, we gotta go back to kind of the story tonight of it being that we're going to round a round of 8 of drivers to a round of 4. So these drivers, although that we got Andrew May around here. Looks like race control is going to give him give him a little bit of time to get it going, which he does. So we're going to run it back green. Thank you, race control, once again there. Ken Baum Jr., Kevin Click, and Joshua Gaiman right there rounding out the top 3. And like I was just now getting to, the highlighted drivers on the time unit scoring, those are the playoff drivers. And well, yeah. I wish that we also had the points available down there at the bottom right or something, but we'll do some math here after everything finishes up and make sure we let you know who gets solidified into the top 4. Right now, though, Click, Gaiman, Haight, and Barr running in the top 4 positions of the playoff drivers.
Well, we are still green flag racing here at the paperclip. Right now, you got Baum up front, Click in second, Gaiman third, Caitlin Haight fourth, Jimmy Barr in 5th, Susie up to 7th. Remember, we're going to keep an eye on that 81 machine. Involved in a little incident earlier, kind of missed the corner. Right to the back, and the caution going to fly. Again, it's going to be David Smill Jr. collecting the outside wall there. Got to look. Yeah, who's that? Is that Chris Lynn?
That Turn 2 Terribles, number 32. Turn 2 has been pretty terrible here tonight, as well as Turn 4. It'll be interesting to see what this caution is, or where this caution came out here for the Chris Lynn machine. Oh, good golly. Lock it down, lock it down. Slight contacts there. I'll take another look at it.
Knocked the tang out of it. That's just a muss. Knocked the tang out of that thing.
That's where it kind of happens. Look, he gets way wide at the turn number 4, almost pancakes the outside wall. Here comes Tyler Massey down the inside. I think it's going to be 3 and 4 here. Oh, God.
Good job of there. Most everybody getting out of the way and able to kind of avoid it. Unfortunately, David Smill Jr. going to kind of get collected. It's almost like Smill had her locked up, and Chris had said, no, you're going to go towards the wall here. Yeah, let's watch them brake rotors. That's going to really upset that 27. You get him right there in the right rear going into the corner.
Nice evasive action for that Tyler Massey Harvest Dam Studio Network Ford Mustang. That's one of these drivers. We have quite a few drivers now here who are members of the YouTube channel. They get some Stam Studio Network merch here, care package just about every month. Stick with us here. We're going to get some long sleeve, some winter stuff headed your way. So if you want to be a part of the winter Stam Studio Network merch drop, be sure that you become a YouTube member down there. Gosh, it's easier to do on your desktop than mobile, I think. But please, if you don't,
I know where you live. I'll find out. We'll make you subscribe.
Justin, I still got to get you a little Yamatator SSN package going. I wanted to send you some PBRs or something, but then I started, got to go buy those, and it just became all thing. I don't know. I'll get it going.
Can you ship beer like that?
See, no, that's what I started to think about, and that's why it's kind of been kind of stagnant at the moment. I'll get some SSN merch headed your way, I promise.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Got to let the folks know where to watch all the greatest racing action at on iRacing.
You know it, man. Thank you so much, and everybody down there who is a part of the YouTube land as we get going once again. Kevin Click, Joshua Gaiman, Joshua Susi. Man, Justin, you mentioned it. How about Gaiman all the way? He's started at the front to the back. Front to the back once again. He's P3 right now, as it looks like we have a side-by-side battle starting to brew for this race lead. It's Gaiman. It's the 25 up top of Kevin Click.
Here we go. Going to work our way around through here. Side-by-side battle, and Gaiman going to be able to take the position away for the race lead. But here comes Susi, going to work his way up to third. At 24, going to kind of get a friendly nudge of get out the way, please.
All right, we have 2 spins. We'll keep them moving, grooving.
Oh, sorry, I had the yawn right there. I had a yawn hit me.
Oh, the yawn imitator. We got Ricardo saying he is begging for a Stam Studio Network shirt. Ricardo, that's number 1 SSN fan. We got you down there in Buenos Aires. Oh, contact as Joshua Susi gets way too deep in turn 3.
Boy, that thing got sent way around through there. Caution going to come out yet again for that number 25 machine. Kevin Click, you kind of got some assistance there.
I think assistance might be an understatement, but I'm not sure. Let's lock them and load them here. I saw this kind of brewing like a pot of water here. It's Susi. How many times have we seen that, Justin? What is it? Is it the track conditions? Is it the track temperature? But going into turns 3 and 4, it's like the left front. It gets a little bit. I don't know. I don't know if these drivers are running a little bit too much front brake bias, or the weight of the car starts to shift on the left front a little bit too much. But there you start to see the lockup. Nothing that Susi can do, or the 25 at this point, as they're just along for the ride.
Yeah, you're just kind of along for the ride, and you're going to have to burn another set of tires, because that thing definitely burned up a set right there.
Look at it at race pace, and watch that left front again right here. That's all it takes, man. That's as Joey Leguizamo says, that's short track racing.
Well, it's a wonder that thing, it wasn't a bigger wreck, because that thing bobbled right there in the middle of the corner. That's probably one of the worst places for it to happen.
See what happens to Caitlin Hayes, because I'm showing her and Fitz. Oh, God, Andrew. Oh, my. She took flight. Like, She's got the F1
believe I can
sponsors on there.
fly.
Looking like a dang
I
F1 car out there.
believe I can touch the sky.
Oh my days. All right, one more look at this and then we got to keep going back to racing here. Justin, hang on to your seatbelts here, man. Oh. Golly. Vicious, vicious wreck. Justin, you still believe you can fly after that one? Because
I can
I think
fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every night and day.
Sing it.
I forget the words that come next.
I would have helped you out. I forgot it too.
Can't remember the words anymore. Just gonna keep singing and get ignored. Something, something, something about flying. Never mind, we'll go back racing.
Joshua Gaiman saves us and saves. I'm just kidding. That was putting a tear in my eye up here, the commentator. Side by side for P2 and P3. Look at Feet. He starts enjoying this battle as well. Tyler Massey back up to P5. And that's the Hornets test right now as you got Jimmy Barr, David Smeal Jr., Kevin Click. Hey, Chris Lynn and Matthew Fitch are still right up in this battle as well. Contact between Massey and Jimmy Barr. 17 versus number 12. Still side by side. Door bumper clear. Massey up to P5. Oh, not quite. Jimmy Barr, he's going to knock on that outside line. Trick or treat, smell his feet, give him something good to eat.
Well, look at this. Gonna race hard right around through here. How fast? We know Click has got the pace. How quick does he try to get up through there? Or do we just gotta, do we take our time, work? I mean, we're coming up. You still got a little over 70 laps to go. So you try to race through this field super quick, or do you just kind of think another caution to come out and maybe take care of the tires and try to be there towards the end, Sean?
Yeah, that's tough because at least I really like to try to play the race strategy depending on how the race has been so far, right? And well, I think we've had 9 cautions. Now we're starting to look at a little bit more of a longer green flag run. It's read them and weep, right? You gotta save them, but at the same time, you gotta go. Battle for the race lead, as unfortunately Caitlin Hayes, this might be the end of her playoff run after getting airborne, shown 6 seconds back. Smeal Jr., Kevin Click, also Jimmy Barr. This might be looking a little rough for these drivers here as we continue to look halfway through our cutoff race going to the round of 4.
The X going to get shown, indicating halfway home here. So they worked their way around through here. It's really anybody's race. We've seen it so far. All it takes is one little bobble from somebody, and it'll open up a door for a couple other folks to maybe hop in this deal. So right now, Gaiman's looking pretty Susie, McCarthy, and Barr, your top 4 playoff runners. But here comes Kevin Click. He's really working his way. That 25's got a lot of speed. And working out through there. And we're noticing, if you notice what I noticed, is this Ken Baum's approach here. Notice we were riding with Susie earlier, and he was shifting down the 3rd. If you notice, Ken Baum just leaves it in 4th as he works his way around through here. Gavin doing the same approach as Susie was, working the gears, working it down in the 3rd. But you really got to be careful when you go down into the 3rd gear, because it can really upset the car, as we seen earlier on with Susie.
Very interesting thing to point out there, Justin. And another thing I'd like to kind of ask you your point of view on. You do quite a bit of more league racing than I have. How do you fight yourself here? I mean, you're Ken Baum Jr. You're right on the back bumper of a points leader, of a driver who's in the round of 8, looking into the round of 4 here. How hard do you battle if you're Ken Baum Jr., Joshua Gaiman? You're in a playoff sandwich at the moment.
You let that baby eat is what you let it do. You don't check up for nobody. That's our bottom line, because Stone Cold says so.
That's actually a really good insight, because I really had no clue, especially, I mean, Justin, these guys have raced, what, this is race 30 here? I do believe my math is mathin'. These guys and gals have raced with each other, I mean, side by side, front bumper to rear bumper, race after race after race, and all good things must come to an end. And puts a tear in my eye saying it and thinking about it. But once again, we are locked in for the next season of the Full Throttle Performance Sim Racing League. And I'm ecstatic to say that, because the Bump and Run Cup Series, you can try, ladies and gentlemen, but you cannot get cleaner racing. You can't get much better action up here in the booth, as well as you can get some better replays, but that's on me. I thank each and every single one of you who makes this happen here. The drivers, the league owners, race control, and most importantly, every single one of you down there in YouTube land. Terry, Carrie, Ricardo, Ted, and that's just YouTube chat.
YouTube chat's where it's at, baby. I didn't mean to rhyme up a bit.
That's where it's at, Terry, the two. I think you did. Yeah, there it is.
We'll let it ride.
All right, we got to talk about some math here. So if you don't like math, maybe you got a second to drink a snack. But real quick, I'll make it quick. Ken Baum Jr., he last pit on lap 54. Joshua Susi last pit on 44, and Kevin Click pit on 62. If you like some new Goodyear rubber, if you like to be fast on some tires there, looks like Kevin Click should be trying to reel these front runners in here relatively soon. But if we look at the last lap history, sorry, Justin.
All right, go ahead. You good? Let's look at it here. A lot of Christmas back and forth of a little bit of plus, a little bit of minus there.
Yeah,
what happened? May have just checked up. Yeah, he may have checked up just a little bit. Maybe he tried to conserve a little bit of tire.
And then if we compare, while we're looking at lap strategy here, up on board of the race leader of Joshua Gaiman, and compare him to P2 of Ken Baum Jr. Remember, this was it wasn't beating and banging, but it was close to it. It's now kind of settled out here, and Joshua Gaiman continues to put some fast laps down. He kind of disco balls out there as well. We're starting to look at the marbles on the top as well as the bottom of the racetrack here. Just briefly, we're going to pause the camera shot going into 1 and 2. And if we can compare this here to when this race started. So take a look at the left and kind of bottom of your screen there. And then we're going to go all the way back up to when this race first started. I mean, you can already see the track is just so much cleaner. Justin, what does that mean for these drivers? It's changing track conditions with the temperature. It's also changing track conditions, well, with how much kind of dirty rubber is up here on the racetrack at the moment.
Gonna be Lucy McGooseyson out there. It's gonna be just hang on to it. Get your marks, don't get anywhere near the dang bubble or whatever, because it'll send you spinning around quick, fast, and in a hurry like. Don't want that at all.
Alrighty, well, it's lap 89 out of 140. Let's check in on the old YouTube band. Still Terry, still Ricardo, saying Terry's take care of selling those shirts. That is right. We're going to treat you real quick, show our appreciation to each and every single one of you. Enjoy these sights and sounds here from Martinsville Speedway. It's the virtual paperclip as we continue to round out the season. Cut them down from 8 to the round of 4. We'll be right back with you. Thanks, everybody. already, you can slowly crank that dial back down here as it's still Joshua Gaiman out up front. Our pole sitter back to where he started this race. Commentator, everybody down there, if you're just now joining, hey, 39 laps led from the number 33. Ken Baum Jr. right there behind him, led 14 laps, still trying to make something happen. Trying to reel in our race leader, but going to be, excuse me, you'd actually kind of think it would have happened here after taking a set of tires on lap 54. Joshua Susi still runs P3, Kevin Click runs P4, Kyler McCarthy runs P5.
Looking back more through the field here, leading off with P6, that's going to be Jimmy Barr, John Matthew in 7th, David Smil Jr. in 8th, Matthew Fitz in 9th, Chris Lynn 10th, Caitlin Haight 11, and she has gone down a lap. And you got Andrew May in 12th, and of course Chad Engel and Pittman going to be out of the race, and Caitlin just kind of doing everything she can to try to salvage a run here and maybe hope some chaos erupts here in the last 40 laps of this one. Lots got to transpire for her to try to get into the championship.
Got to kind of feel for her because she had a great run in this playoff. She finishing P3 from Dega last week. Started this race in P5 of the playoff point standings, but I mean, just after kind of getting airborne earlier on in the race, it's gonna, like you said, maybe just kind of wishing here for something big to happen with only 39 laps to go. This has been a really good battle here between David Smil Jr. and Matthew Fitz. I noticed during our Crank It Up section when we were looking back on board from David Smil Jr. to Matthew Fitz, man, Fitz was hanging on for dear life. It'd be fun to watch his hands. Oh, Burfo gets the Sharnazator. Kersey saves it going into 3.
You son of a gun.
I'm sorry, Matthew.
Oh, why? Why, Sean? Why? Wow. Wow. I'm sorry, Owen Wilson.
Yeah, I get that one on the old side.
Wow.
In all seriousness, though, it's, what has this been, Commentator? 2-3 months at this point here, just Fitz being very, very fast in practice as well as qualifying. You can kind of rewind this one if you want to see just where Matthew had nowhere to go. Also, be sure that I try to remind myself, oh God, we got to spin. It's Susie around the number 81 Nitro Racing Machine. Justin, this has huge, massive playoff implications right here.
Get huge.
Oh, don't you do it. Oh, that's the race weather. See, now look at what you've done. I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry.
Susie, after leading 39 laps, he's currently dropped to P9. Commentator, no need for the old, oh, okay. I think there might be a way bigger story than what we have here. There's going to be Chris Lynn, Susie running right here behind him. All right, there goes Chris Lynn for his slip and slide. Hang on.
Holding.
Okay. That Chris Lynn saved it, but this was next corner. Whoa.
He had it till he didn't.
That's another one of those weird looking incidents right there.
It's a oopsie is what we call that in business.
I almost wonder if he got on the seam of the concrete and the asphalt there, and it maybe upset the short track diffuser, or just maybe got the car on the rub blocks there, but just so deep there in the turn. We're gonna fast forward this out here to the race battle for the race lead off of pit road as Joshua Gaiman, Ken Baum Jr., Kyler McCarthy. We also have Jimmy Barr down there. David Smil Jr. is fresh off pit lane. And then it's Susie, Fitz, Haight, and Andrew May getting their cars backed up and at least a little bit of damage repair before they get back out on the track.
So everybody kind of getting a little bit of TLC right here for what we were going to kind of anticipate as the last run here of the night. You know, obviously we can't really guess on that, but We could try, man. Look at that brake rotor glide up for Susie. They're going to spin hard. Luckily, he's going to kind of catch the back bumper of it. Hopefully, it didn't tear it up too much, but man, you just hate that for that 81. Had a great night going. He collects every bit. Going to get the ass end of it a little bit up in the air.
Tries to stay on the throttle at the end of it too. It's just somehow keep it out there. But we'll re-rack them and we'll restack them. I misspoke earlier. I don't know where I got 9 cautions from because we're only at 8 right now. I mean, look at the field here, Justin. We're only at like what 4.5 rows right here. Chris Lynn, Matthew Fitz, Susie, Haight, May, still all down there on pit lane.
7 left.
6, 7, maybe 8 drivers left. Here we go. Green flag is out once again for the, we're going to round it out. 8 drivers down to 4 here at the end of this one. Only 30 laps away from doing so. Kevin Click back up to P2. Here comes Kyler McCarthy. It's feet to P3.
The feet machine. He's going to work his way around through here. He's going to have a knock between David Smil and Jimmy Barr. Jimmy Barr going to be able to get the position. How about this 12 machine? He's not going to go away without a fight. He's got to fend Smil off right now if he wants to try to have a position here or have an instance of trying to get to a championship battle next weekend, Phoenix. So far, he's doing an A++ job of that. Never mind, there's the caution.
I think I just saw the highlighter machine here. No, okay, it was not McCarthy. It was Ken Baum Jr. I saw that there in the corner of my eyeball as kind of cycling some screens here. Worst timing for it if you're another turn 2 terrible driver. Here's what happens to Ken Baum Jr. It's deja vu again in 3 and 4. This time, more contact with the outside wall sends him slow enough to throw the yellow.
Slow. He ain't got no slope. He ain't got no steady here.
Excuse me, that was one. No, that was. They all start looking the same here after a while. That was 3 and 4. There we go.
Are you telling me they ain't the same?
Gulp.
I
don't. I think they are. I think they're exactly the same. You got me.
Yes. So just hit
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. Hit him with that Bill Clinton line.
Justin, I know you already know the answer because I talked about it in the Bump and Run Cup series last night and already once tonight. But let's see who was paying attention here in the Old Stam Studio Network. Who knows how many feet these front and back straightaways are? Kerry, Ricardo, Terry, Ted still down there in the old YouTube land. Terry saying, remember to click on the thumbs up. That's true as well. But how long is the old Martinsville Speedway front and back straightaway? We're waiting on. I'm gonna keep refreshing it here. Who's got it first? Who's got it first? I bet. I'm thinking Kerry gets it first. She's always there on the fast on the old YouTube. Nope. Terry's saying she got no clue. All right. Well, that's down to about 3 or 4 of you.
So you're saying there's a chance?
She just knows it's hard to pass. Kerry says 50 feet on the down at the front and back straightaways. Well, we only got. All right, we got time for one more answer to come in. Let's see. Ricardo, come on, just throw in anything here. Kerry's gonna get it. She's the only down there in YouTube land to put one in. 800 is the answer there, but Kerry gets that one. A few extra points going your way, Kerry. We're going to get 2 by 2 by 2. It's our 9th caution for the Full Throttle Performance Sim Racing League. 25 laps to go before we go from 8 drivers down to 4 in the championship run. Joshua Gaiman down the inside. Kevin Click goes wide. Here comes Feet. Here comes Kyler McCarthy. Number 24 tried to get the inside line. Kevin Click goes wide after what happened earlier on in the race. Kevin Click now sideways going out of turn number 4.
They worked their way back down the front stretch here. They're going to race hard back to the stripe. Right now, Gaiman's got a little bit of a lead. Here comes McCarthy, going to try to run him down. But David Smith Jr. right all in the rear view mirror of that machine. Jimmy Barr in fourth right now, just trying to keep the pace. He's got to keep that 25 machine out of his rear view mirror. Well, he's got a lap, or he's got a car between him and Tyler Massey, and Massey just may be Jimmy Barr's best friend at the end of this one.
I just heard the infamous sound, the iRacing engine going here as we are now. Oh no, Tyler Massey goes for a spin. He's gonna pancake the inside safer barrier, keeps it moving, grooving, stay in the throttle. Tyler, he keeps that Sam Studio Network harvest machine out here on track. He's got the pumpkin out there on the hood throughout the whole racing seasons. We have another wreck. It's Jimmy Barr who goes around.
No, Jimmy. Well, but that's going to put it down there on the championship run for Barr. Knock him down a bar. I can say this stuff, okay? You know how long I got made fun of for my last name in school?
Yalmatator?
No, just y'all. See y'all later. How y'all doing?
Oh.
Even the teachers did it, man.
Oh, boo. We've unlocked the Yamatator backstory here now, and that's
in a village long ago. In a village long ago.
That's another look at Jimmy Barr there, and nice cat-like reflexes. Pow! For the number 69 Matthew Fitz and the number 2 of Ken Baum Jr. That's going to keep them up there in this race. That could have been big as the tire marbles and tire rubber continue to grow on below the apron as well as that top line of the racetrack.
That marble's going to come into play if somebody gets loosey-goosey up there. I mean, we're losing cars left and right. We are losing cars left and right here. Right now it's a battle of attrition right here. Who can get to the end in this wreck fest of a match right now? Just a matter of getting there and staying there, it seems like. So you've got Gaiman there. You've got McCarthy, Smill. Looking back through here. Jimmy Barr, Kevin Quick. That is supposed to be a dogfight right there between them two. I think it's going to be interesting to see who maybe gets the bumper. I mean, looking at the bottom right there, 6th, 7th is where both of them guys are. Okay, we got to have a good position here to even have a chance to try to get locked in for a championship run next week at Phoenix. So, making it happen here tonight at Martinsville, that's going to be the key. So here we go. We're going to work our way around. Lights are off on the pace car. So I'll be interested to see if I'm predicting we'll at least have one more caution. I don't think we're done wrecking here yet. We're about to run out of cars, Sean, to kind of have cautions with, I think.
Yeah, it's been interesting to watch this kind of smaller field of only 14 drivers take to Martinsville, as that transpires to a little bit less lap traffic as, well, we're going to get back to some green flag racing. We've had a little bit of lap traffic to deal with here, but right now it's Kyler McCarthy who loses quite a few spots there. Oh my goodness gracious, Kevin Click with the save of a century. He was left right back to center. Is that number 25 turn 2 Terribles machine. Back up out up front though, it's Joshua Gaiman, David Smill Jr. Right now Jimmy Barr in that final driver interview spot. The drivers highlighted in yellow are the playoff drivers here. Haight, Susie out of the race. Susie should have enough points to get his way into locked into the round of 4. Kevin Clint, Kyler McCarthy round out 5th and 7th position right now.
Work our way around through here. Laps clicking off very, very quickly. Working their way around through here. Gaiman still out front. Smill in 2nd. We're looking right now with Ken Baum Jr. and Tyler Massey. That is right now the battle for 4th. Ken Baum is going to the number 2, the highlighter machine. We got Tyler Massey right there. The Sam Studio Network, the Harvest Ford Mustang. Really do whatever he can. Here comes McCarthy and Clint. These two are going to battle it out. McCarthy all over that back bumper, that 25 machine.
Oh, we got...
Trying to get the... No, Jimmy Barr!
That's going to bring out our 11th caution tonight. Jimmy Barr, oh God, that's Ken Baum Jr. No to the inside safer barrier as well.
And just knocked the Yoda out of it.
Knocked that Yoda clean off of it. I don't think Yoda himself could distinguish that one from a Toyota or a Camaro. Let's see what happens to old Ken Baum Jr. Well, I think it started with Jimmy Barr here. Yeah, he gets loose as a goose. Oh, and then it's a separate incident for Ken Baum Jr. Oh, look at Susie.
Look at Susie, man. What a driving job there. It could have been a disastrous for the 81 machine. I think he still needs, you know, some help.
Well, it's that third gear downshift once again.
It kind of seems to be the flaw here tonight. I ain't going to say flaw, but it kind of seems to be the demise of a couple of folks here.
So that was just on board with Jimmy Barr. Here's on board with Ken Baum Jr. Maybe just tries to go a little bit to the bottom of the track to miss the spinning number 12 machine. And unfortunately just kind of makes contact with that lower apron. We're going to get him re-racked, restacked. Hey, if you're just now joining us in the vertical or horizontal land, we only have 10 more laps to go. So hang around here for the finish as this is the round of 8, the last race of it. We're going to round them up to the round of 4. Susie is down a lap, so is Caitlin Haight. Susie should have enough points to lock into the next round, as McCarthy sits P2 in the points. He's still showing P6 on the racetrack. David Smeal Jr. before this race started sitting P3 in the points. Game in 4th. Caitlin Haight 5th. Jimmy Barr, Kevin Click, and Jeremy Zarfos running out the top round of 8.
Boy, it's supposed to get down to the nitty-gritty. Smeal outside, Baum behind him. You got Massey and Quick. McCarthy. This is supposed to get haywire, son. Haywire. Going to be coming around to 8 laps to go. Gavin's just like, get me to the checkered flag. Let me get out of here. The rest of these folks are going to be battling hard, whether it be for a race win or for position to try to put themselves into the championship round. Green flag back in the air here at Martinsville.
Side by side, elbows out, going into 1 and 2. This time by Joshua Gaiman to the point is clear. He by about 3 to 4 car lengths there. David Spiel Jr. with the block of a century. He goes to the bottom of the track. Tyler Massey says, I'm not having any side of it there. Jimmy Barr goes around again.
Buddy.
Who is that there with him? Is that the 30? Oh, you got a feel for Chris Lance. Sorry, Justin, you got it.
He has been all over the place tonight.
And more than half these incidents, if not 3/4, if not 9 out of 10, have just not been his fault. Just nowhere to go from some short track racing.
It's just short track racing, man. Just short track racing, how it is, how it be, and how it always will be.
There goes Caitlin Haight out of the way. She probably, okay, well, Caitlin kind of probably saw that one coming there. She went low to let the 32 by, and then Chris Lynn having nowhere to go with Jimmy Barr out there spinning up in front of him. Let's see how Jimmy gets loose as a goose.
Take a look, see. Oh, Fitz tagged the wall way back there.
Hang on. Good call there, commentator.
Oh, do we have really 2 separate incidents here?
I think it's 3, because it's Fitz, it's Barr, and it's also Haight. Excuse me, the 32 of Lynn. There goes 1, 2, and then there's Jimmy Barr, so that's 3.
Maybe just spun out 2. What happened to Jimmy there? Did he just get put in a bad spot, a little pinch there?
It's it's more deja vu for me. All of them are merging into one, whether it's off of 2 or off of 4. But it's been a lot of the same thing. I think it's been these drivers trying to get the throttle pedal down, pinned to the bottom as quickly as they can, whether it's smacking the bottom of the track, smacking the apron, or, like I just mentioned, trying to get the throttle pedal down a little bit too soon. It'll come right there around you. Hey, how about Tyler Massey? He can, I wouldn't say steal, but he could earn a top 3 driver interview tonight. It wouldn't be the first time. It wouldn't be the second or third. Tyler Massey with some very nice pace in these NASCAR Next Gen machines. Looking to try to get a top 3 finish tonight. Ken Baum Jr., he's been fast, led 14 laps. Kevin Clinton, Kyler McCarthy, Fitz, Jimmy Barr, and Chris Lynn right out there running about 3rd through 9th. Our first row, of course, belongs to Joshua Gaiman and David Spiel Jr. Here we go, ladies and gents. We're going to continue to round out this race season. Right now, we're going to cut down a round of 8 to a round of 4 at the end of this one. Those names highlighted on the left side of your screen are those playoff drivers. It's the front row, Gaiman and Smill. Here we go, green, 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 with 5 laps to go with a virtual paperclip. It's side by side through the whole pack.
Boy, they're side by side. Racing's going to get tight quick. And I mean, distance, you absolutely get manic as they work their way around through here. Tyler Massey all over the back bumper of that 27 machine. Quick, going to give him the nod. So get out the way. Oh, we've got more action throughout the field. Oh, my goodness. Chris Lynn going to go around there in that 32 machine again. There was another wreck. I think Ken Baum Jr. was in on the front stretch.
Oh, good call, Yamentator.
That, too, is going to have a whole new body on it when they get back to the shop.
Let's do something special here. This is gonna hop on board with Chris Lynn from the drop of the green flag. We're gonna see how this all ensues here.
Chris doing 3rd gear drop down.
Oh, man.
Kind of gets a tag here. I don't know if he just kind of put the bumper to Fitz there. Fitz was stopping, Chris Lynn was not stopping.
We've seen these drivers get deep into 3 and 4 there. The speed difference right there is a mile between the two. I don't know who it's on because short track racing, I'll be honest, it's not my thing there, but Chris Lynn involved in another one. And Yamentator, you called it very, very well. Look at this. This is going to be a separate incident. Ken Baum Jr., right as the caution flies.
McCarthy going to collect some damage on the nose of that one. It's be interesting to see how much it maybe hurts the aero on that machine as this race. I mean, we've only got a couple laps left, but, you know, that thing could really be skewed as they run through here.
Yeah, that went from a Camaro to maybe a Maro or maybe just an O. For
no arrow.
Yeah, just a no arrow.
Just went to a car.
Oh, no pun intended there for the no arrow machine, or no arrow machine. All right, Yamentator, everybody down there, YouTube land, Terry, Carrie, Barry, Ted, Ricardo, everybody, even if you haven't been chatting it up down there in the old YouTube land. I seriously, I say this all the time, but right now, this season, this playoff, all comes down to this end of the race. We're gonna re-rack them. We're gonna restack them. This is our first attempt at a green-white checkered. Only 2 laps if they all are clean. Get up, stand up for your life. Root on your driver here like their life depends on it, because it quite frankly does in this full throttle performance sim racing lead 2 by 2 through the pack. Joshua Gaiman, David Smiel Jr., Tyler Massey, Ken Baum Jr. up in the front 4 rows. If 2 left to go, go.
And if you look down there, scrolling at the bottom, you're going to see the points. Gaiman is in 4th. He's a point ahead right now. He needs every bit of it as he can get. Right now, he's got the back door. He's got it covered right now by a car length and a half. He's going to see the white flag as they're wrecking back there behind him. Chris Lynn around again. They're going to race it back. Let them race it out. Here comes Tyler Massey. Here comes David Spiller trying to do their last-ditch effort to try to get there.
Joshua Gaiman out of turn number 4 from P4 in the points. Rockets to the race lead, rockets to the points lead. Joshua Gaiman, checkered flag is out. David Smeal Jr. finishes P3. Tyler Massey finishes 4th. It's Click, it's McCarthy, it's Ken Baum Jr., Matthew Fitz, Jimmy Barr, Chris Lynn, and Joshua Susi rounding at the top 10. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have to do some math real quick here behind the scenes before we lock in the top 4, but we can lock in right now this race leader, the race winner, Joshua Gaiman gets it done from the virtual paperclip.
Congratulations to him. He's gonna be, I know that he's gonna be ecstatic about that one. That's for sure.
And how many laps did he lead here, Justin? An 80.
A lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. This is a well-deserved win here for the Triple Trace Machine 33 Combat Zone Wrestling Chevrolet Camaro from the round of 8, from sitting P4 to now probably rockets to the points lead. He's got David Smeal Jr. down there with him in the virtual victory lane. Tyler Massey joined him as well, finishes P2. There's David Smeal Jr., that Halloween-inspired Nitro Racing Chevrolet Camaro machine. Oh man, what a race, what a finish. We're gonna get these drivers, they're gonna get the top 3 interviewed here for you in just a few moments' time, after we take a look at these unofficial official race results. Thanks everybody for joining in tonight on Stam Studio Network. Justin, break it down now.
I don't want me to break it down one time. Hit my dance move. Joshua Gaiman going to pick up the dub. Tyler Massey in second, David Smeal third, Kevin Click in fourth, Tyler McCarthy fifth, Ken Baum Jr. sixth. Fitz going to finish seventh, Jimmy Barr eighth, Chris Lynn ninth, Joshua Susi 10th, Caitlin Haight 11th, Andrew May 12th, Chad Angle 13th, and Carson Pittman going to round out our field in the 14th position.
Alrighty, Mr. Yamatator, I'm going to cut you up there in the virtual victory lane broadcast booth over there in the Full Throttle Performance Discord. Drivers, if you're listening right now, make sure top 3 mosey your way on over. It looks like they already did there. Justin, I'll meet you there in just a few moments' time.
Sounds good, my friend.
Alrighty, I have magically teleported up here over in Victory Lane. Hey, I got Joshua Gaiman down here with me. Joshua, this is Sean Stam. How are you doing after locking yourself in to the championship round? You got it done here tonight from the virtual paperclip.
Yeah, it was an insanely good race, especially for how we were expecting it to go. Didn't expect to get a win, that's for sure, but here we are. It worked out really good. The car felt awesome once the clouds came in, and we were able to kind of just get hammered down off the corner, and turned out to be a really fun Martinsville race.
Man, it looked fun down there on the track. We kind of talked about there in the pre-race some changing track conditions. Like you said, the clouds came in and kind of cooled off the track. How did that feel back there behind the wheel?
Yeah, the thing was a rocket ship once I got going. It felt like during that longer run, the further into the run we got, the better my car was getting. But then, we had that caution, and by that time I was definitely way more comfortable with the conditions. So new tires just felt, perfect, exactly what I needed.
Well, letting those tire temps and tire pressures build. We're letting pressures build here as well as we head into the round of 4. Joshua Gaiman, our pole sitter to victory lane. That Combat Zone Wrestling Chevrolet Camaro is fast tonight. Joshua, who we shouting out? Who makes this win all possible for you, man?
I want to shout out the entire Nitro Lady Liberty crew. We have been just busting our butts this season, just trying to get everything we can out of the cars every week. And it's been a crazy wild season all the way through. So we're all just going to kind of go into it, and whoever gets it, gets it.
That's really well said, Joshua. That's going to be fun to watch here in just a week's time. Congratulations on another race win. We're going to have to update these checkered flags there on the paint. Congratulations, man, and we'll talk to you hopefully in just about a week's time.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to throw it down there to the commentator. I believe he's caught up with that Stam Studio Network member affiliation. It's the Harvest Dark Horse Ford Mustang, Tyler Massey. Tyler, Justin, you both got yourself a copy.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Man, we bring it home P2 again, Tyler. You know, good solid night tonight. You know, does that give you some confidence maybe going into next week having, you know, obviously we're going to have Tuesday night to try to do it again. Does that give you some help to kind of go into next week again?
A little bit. You know, I'm definitely a lot more confident when it comes to Phoenix. I'm really surprised I got a P2 finish here. During our practice session, the track temps were really hot in the kind of, I think, the mid 90s. So I made some adjustments to make the car tighter, thinking it was going to be, you know, a hot track. And then once we got into the race and the temps dropped, I felt super tight until I made some pit road adjustments, and even then I just felt slow. I just felt a lot worse than I did last night. So I'm really surprised I was even able to get up to the front. Just a lot of luck when it came to some of those cautions. And then Joshua was just super quick. I think I had 20 lap newer tires than he did, and I still just could not get to his bumper on the last lap there. Yeah, it was just, I'm definitely just surprised, but have a lot more confidence when it comes to a track like Phoenix, because I don't have what's it called, the load cell pedals or anything. So when it comes to tracks like this and road courses, it's really hard getting consistent braking points and the amount I brake, because I had a few mishaps during the race, especially during like lap 100. I had like a slight spin, and I was almost just about to quit the race because I'm not in the, you know, chase for the championship. So I'm just doing it for fun, but glad I stuck with it.
Most definitely will. That Harvest Stam Studio Ford Mustang was fast tonight, man. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
Definitely need to thank you guys again in Stam Studio Network for hosting the races every week. Just really enjoy that. As always, makes the events just a lot more fun. Make sure make sure I'm here each and every week, and then everybody over at the Full Throttle Performance League, just for, you know, hosting us and everything. It's, you know, a ton of fun. I do these league races a lot more than I do officials. It's been like a month or two since I did any official races. The league races are just phenomenal. And Team Conti Setup Shop, I really love the setups over there, and the guys are really nice over there, and they have their video guides each and every week. But yeah.
How about you, Chad? We'll see you next week. Get ready to do it all over again. Get ready to try to get it done at Phoenix.
All right, see you next week, guys. Good night.
Real quick, Tyler, I swear I saw you start to swerve that Ford Mustang down to the left for a brief moment after that spin. We appreciate you keeping it out here on track, and man, congrats on the P2.
Yeah, I was really close to it. I thought it was over. I felt like my car was slow. I spun, and that was just, yeah, I'm glad I stuck with it. I'll see you guys next week.
Congrats on P2, Tyler. Catch you next week. And I'm down here with David Smeal Jr. How about you? That number 27 at the front end's a little beat up here, but he's made it across the checkered flag in P3. David, you got yourself a copy, man.
Gotcha.
Alrighty, Nitro Racing, how about it? Up here again in the top three. You had some real nice pace nights, even with the damage on the Halloween paint scheme. How'd you get this top three driver interview done here tonight, David?
A lot of patience, to be honest. Early, just wanted to keep the car onto me. I had struggled all week with the entry and the braking and wheel hopping, and it was kind of frustrating to that degree, but, you know, luckily cooler heads in the VC calmed me down, and just wanted to pace. I wasn't really hurting for points, so it was really just to survive the melees, and unfortunately got caught up on that one restart with, I think I went to push Gaiman, and he didn't go when I did, and Jimmy got under me, and not even Jimmy's fault, it's my fault for being aggressive, but you know, 6.5 minutes of damage. I think I only fixed about 30 seconds of it because I dealt with it, and then just biding my time, get to the front, and then when you're up there with teammates, you can control those restarts. It gets a lot easier to go into turn one with a little bit of relief on your side, knowing you're not probably going to get booted. Shout out to Tyler for just absolutely nailing that last restart to get in between me and Josh, but so the goal was accomplished. Last year, Team Nitro had no cars in the Final Four, and this year we locked it out, all four from our stable. So all in all, regardless of the results, a very good night for us.
That's pretty dang special, locking in the 4 playoff positions there. Real quick, one more question before we ask you who makes it all possible for you, David. How do you race there next week, knowing that it's all teammates trying to make it all happen?
I mean, you give as much respect as you can, but at the end of the day, only one of us is walking out as champion. So it's either you're going to have the pace and the speed to make it happen, or you're not. So I'm not going to compromise somebody else's race to benefit myself, because that's not how you race, not your teammates. And, 4 of us are going in, one's walking out champion, but regardless, that championship's coming home with us. So it'll be fun. It'll be a great battle. I'm sure the VC might get a little bit heated every couple laps, but either way, I'm just excited that this team put together such a great season. I think we won over half between us all. I'm the only one without a win, I think, that made the playoffs. So if I can go into next week and get a good result, I was really good at Phoenix in the spring, so I'm hoping to carry that over. But, the new tire, everything with this car that's changed, it's probably a toss-up between the 4 of us.
That's going to be a new strategy, a new car, a new tire to watch there from Phoenix next week. David, congrats on the top 3 finish. Who are we shouting out to makes it all possible for you tonight, man?
As always, Nitro Setups. It's a bad fast piece every week, man. I ain't got to say anything else. The proof's on the track. Obviously, my teammates, Josh, Susie, Gaiman, Kyler. Shout out to Katie. She had some really crappy luck, missed out on the championship for it. Honestly, she probably deserves to be here more than I do. Chad, Gibney, who wasn't here tonight. Brody wasn't here tonight. Steven, who wasn't here tonight. Everybody that makes his machine run the way it does. You guys for the broadcast, Robbie and Fitz. Shout out to Robbie with the computer issues for missing tonight. My beautiful wife, my 2 boys. Everybody who's tuned in at home. It's been a hell of a season. We've got one more to kick it off before we get some time to R&R. But yeah, one more ride.
Yeah, that's right, David. Well said. We're looking at the top 4 championship drivers right here, locking it in from Martinsville Speedway. Congratulations, Joshua, Tyler, David on the top 3 finish tonight. Everybody, have a great rest of your night, and be sure you catch us next week, Tuesday and Wednesday, for some Phoenix racing, for some championship racing for Full Throttle Performance Racing Series. My name's Sean Stam. It's Yamatator up here in the booth on my side. It's Stam Studio Network. You can try, but I promise you can't get much better than this. Thanks, everybody, for joining us tonight. Terry, Carrie, Barry, Ted, Ricardo down there in YouTube land. Everybody have a great rest of your night, and drive those virtual cars home safe. Thanks, everybody.